Oh, fist bump, that works. Hey, everybody. We are really excited to get back to our team meetings. It's Friday. We're really excited because this is Jeff's first team meeting, but he's muted. Sorry, Jeff. He's in the car. How cool is it that he's joining us from the car? So today we want to talk about commissions, because the compensation plan, not commissions, but that's a part of it. Because we know that it's really complicated, and a lot of you maybe don't understand it. It took me a while to understand it. So before we get into it, my tip for you is, after this, go explain it to someone. That's how you're going to learn it. So after we vomit all this information on you today, I want you to go find a family member or a friend and try to explain it to them, because that's how it's going to start to make sense. So Dawn, do you want to start?
Sure. Okay, so the first thing we want to start with is the importance of going Emerald and why it's so important, because you're going to continue to hear us talking about going Emerald on a regular basis. And while I was in Wyoming, Christine and I listened to a call, and one of the things that the Superstar Diamond had shared really resonated with us. And she said, going Emerald is a choice. So guys, if you want to work this business, you have to minimally get to Emerald, and you need to get there as quickly as possible. And we'll give you a little bit of reason why as we talk through this compensation plan, because the compensation plan is so much bigger and greater as you promote. The reason that they say going Emerald is a choice is because every one of us knows at least two people, between family and good friends. And if you don't have a family member and a friend that is willing to join you in this business to help you promote while getting healthy, you need to start finding some more friends. And you need to start reaching out to more people, because there's no reason that every single person that wants to truly do this business can't get to Emerald in a week. I did not get to Emerald in a week, so I'm not judging, but it's truly a choice. With that said, there's a couple of reasons why becoming an Emerald is so important. First, you need to know real quick, to become an Emerald means you need 2 people to join you that are active. You're going to have a person on your left leg and a person on your right leg. And to be active, they need 50 personal volume. Just as an FYI, Shakeology is 90 personal volume. So if you have a coach on each side that's getting Shakeology, they're both active. And then you also need to be active at 50 personal volume. Again, if you're getting Shakeology, you're all golden. PV stands for personal volume. In Beachbody, it's not a dollar-to-dollar ratio, so $50 doesn't mean 50 personal volume, but anything that you or anybody orders within your office, you can see what that volume looks like. So with that being said, we're not going to get into too much detail, but you'll also see TV when you look at your workstation or Coach Online office, and TV is just your team volume, and we'll get into a little bit more about that. The other reasons you want to be Emerald is because once you're an Emerald, you're going to be gaining volume, and you're going to have the opportunity to cycle bonus. And we're going to get into more detail about what cycle bonuses are. Being Emerald allows you access to leads. Leads are free customers. So Beachbody is not just going to give you a free customer if you're not showing that you're willing to work the business. Why are they just going to give everybody free customers if those customers aren't going to benefit from it? Becoming an Emerald shows that you're invested in this business. So once you're an Emerald, there's a few other ways that you get leads, but they're going to give you free leads. Some of those leads are just going to be customers that you don't get commission on. Some of them you're going to get commission straight off the bat. All those infomercials, this is how you tap into the infomercial money. You're also going to have access to additional trainings, ability to host events like Super Saturday, and all that good stuff. So going Emerald is a choice, and it's something that if you want to work your business, you need to do, and you need to do as soon as possible. Did I babble too much, Christine?
No, you nailed it. Real quick, to get leads, you have to be Emerald, but you still have to earn Success Club. So the two things have to happen together, because someone can be Emerald for years and not do anything with the business. So you also have to be inviting and active. Just a quick aside. Nailed it, Dawn. So commission, I get the quick and easy one. That's perfect. We're going to keep me quiet today. Very cool, buddy. So we get commission on everything we sell as a coach. To regular customers, you get 25%. They sell Shakeology, they order Shakeology, you get 25%. They order a program, you get 25%. It's $14. Super easy. Club members, if someone signs up and they're a club member, you only get 15%. So when they order Shakeology, it ends up being, I think, $14 or something like that. But that's okay, because remember You also get 50% of their club membership. So when that hits every 3 months or whenever they've selected, they can also choose 6 months or a year, you're going to get half of that. One other thing that we need to remember, club membership is really cool. It's the only thing you get commission from with your coaches. We don't get commission from anything else from our coaches. We only get their volume. That's how we prevent it becoming a pyramid and collapsing. One other thing, you get commissions from challenge packs. You sell a challenge pack and you get what's called a starter bonus. It's not a percentage. It's anywhere from $40 to $105 based on the size of the challenge pack. This is the easiest part of the compensation plan. That's why I got it, because I'm not very smart. Go ahead, Dawn.
That's not why. That's just the order it was on our paper, and you said to start. Also, the great thing, like she said, that's the only thing that you're going to make money off of your coaches. If you start to build a team of coaches and all of your coaches have the club membership, that adds up over time. $15 every 3 months when you have a ton of coaches adds up. So how do we get a cycle bonus, and what is this cycle bonus business? We already know about the residual income that we get is like if somebody's on Shakeology Home Direct, you're going to get that money every month. Cycle bonuses is additional income. It's that passive income that like you're not necessarily doing anything, but your team is doing things and you're benefiting greatly from it. The bigger your team, the more your team is doing, the more you're going to cycle. So this is where it started to get confusing in my world, and we're going to make it as basic as we can, but as true as we can. So if you've never looked at your back office, maybe we should pull that up. You can't pull yours up, correct? Yours is not working. Let me pull
it's
mine.
quite nice now, but I'm working on it.
I was just going to show so that they know this left and right business that we speak of.
Okay.
So what we're talking about, we keep talking about this left leg and this right leg, which I'm going to show you when I do a screen share because I have too many things open. Sorry. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Business, genealogy. Am I in the right place? Downline. Okay. So when we're speaking of this left and right, left side, right side, so you want to have active people on both. Now, when we talk about cycle bonuses, the way you cycle bonus is going to be based on your team volume on each side. So when you have $200 in volume on one side and $100 in volume on the other, you're going to cycle one time. So again, 200 on one, 100 on the other. However that is, if it's just, even if you have all discount coaches that are only getting Shakeology, once those numbers reach 200 and 100, you're going to cycle, and that's the ratio. So if you get to the point where you have 400 and 200, you're going to cycle 2 times in that week, and so on and so forth. What's nice that Beachbody does is, let's say you end up with like 450 and 100, right? You're only going to cycle one time that week, but that additional money doesn't disappear. It carries over into the next week. So again, if you don't have that perfect ratio of the 2 to 1, whatever's left over is going to carry over for you. That's the other reason that you want to get to Emerald right away and start banking that volume so that when you do hit, it's going to kind of snowball for you, if that makes sense. I forget the amount of times you're allowed to cycle in Beachbody, but it's up to like, was it $12,000 a week as an Emerald? Christine, does that?
I don't remember the number, but it's an incredibly huge number a week. It's thousands of dollars that you can get in cycle money. It's huge.
So what happens is with this cycle, you're going to make $14 every time you cycle in a week. So if you cycle one time, that's just 14 straight dollars coming your way. If you are a Ruby, that's going to be $16. And if you're a Diamond, it's going to be $18. So the opportunity, depending on how many members of your team you have, how active they are, the volume they have, it's all important. So when we're talking about commissions and challenge packs, that's not where all the game is. As far as your business, it's going to be the total volume. Any sale by anybody is huge for you. I'm looking for my other sheet. I'm sorry.
I actually have mine up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Jump in.
My turn to take over. I like taking over. It's fun for me. Okay. So hold on. Let me make this full. So this is a commission breakdown. I want you to see this number. Team bonus, $180. Dawn can't even handle it. I want you to see beneath it that matching bonus number. We'll talk about that in a second because that's really cool too. But I'm going to open this, $180. This means that I cycled a lot of times. Now, this was over a year ago. I've cycled a lot more since then. But I want you to see my carryover. This is where part of this isn't my fault. Actually, my left leg's my weak leg. My right leg is my strong leg. So anyone who would look at my business center would think it would be the opposite. But I have 3 business builders on my left leg that I didn't know were going to be business builders, and none on my right leg. No one Terrence put theirs really building a business. No one Rachel's put theirs really building a business. So these points of volume are just chilling out on my left leg, and this is what's chilling out on my right leg. But I was cycling, and every time I cycled that month, because I was a diamond, I made $18. I cycled 10 times, I made $180. It feels like free money. I only sold, we can go back, I think I sold $80 in commissions or whatever. I had a good paycheck because of cycle bonuses. So if you can control your business center, the idea is to prevent so much carryover volume from happening. So my job right now is to stack my right leg as much as possible. Also, while still maintaining my diamond and keeping my left leg solid. But that's cool. Like, look at all this volume they save for me. I think that's very exciting. So that's just something to pay attention to as you're building your legs, making sure that you have that 2-to-1 ratio. And Beachbody automatically picks your weak and strong legs. So I thought that I was screwed because my right leg's technically my strong leg, because that's where my power leg is. That's where people put stuff. Beachbody automatically picks my strong leg. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Dawn, did I miss something?
No, I had a thought and I can't remember, so no worries.
I will go back real fast and show you this matching bonus. This $9 down here, that's because my coach Andy earned a bonus and I get a percentage of that. So people with spouses, Melanie and Jeff, this is another way you can double dip. Super cool. Let's say Melanie gets a cycle bonus because she's a diamond coach, and Jeff gets a cycle bonus because he's an emerald or diamond coach. Guess what, Melanie? You get a percentage of that. You get your cycle bonus and then a percentage of his cycle bonus. I don't know why Beachbody is so cool, but I am grateful that they are, because they just, once you start building business, they're happy to throw money at you. Like, just here, take it. But we have to make sure that we educate ourselves on the commission plan. Otherwise, we lose a lot of those opportunities. That's why it's important to go emerald. That's why it's important to use your spouse's going emerald. Because you have access to all of that. Okay, I'm off my box. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the one day Taryn shared in her Fitfluence page, she went live because she was super bummed because she made a super huge error in her business. In order to maintain your status as an emerald, you need to have $50 in personal volume. If you happen to be a ruby, your personal volume needs to be 75. And if you're a diamond, it needs to be 90. So her husband had a business. In his business, she had canceled an order. So instead of being ruby like he was, he only had 50 PV, which made him an emerald that week. Okay. The difference between an emerald cycle bonus and a ruby is $2, correct? We talked about that. Because of the number of times he cycled that week alone, that one error cost her, what was it, $580?
Yeah, it was $600.
So it's $600. Like,
yeah, just sit on that for a second, Mel. It's cool. It's fine. Just sit on that.
Don't worry, Melanie, because I was mowing the lawn when I heard that, and I was like, wait a minute. How many times did he cycle in 1 week?
And that's
Melanie,
his business center. Like this? That's his business center that she got a percentage of, and she cycled whatever in her. So in case you're ever wondering what the income opportunity is there, do the reverse engineering for that math. And yeah, she's a 3-star. She's a 3-star diamond.
So it's not all. So with that point being made, you can make buku money and not necessarily be the high rank. It's all about how you set up your business center and the volume that people have under you. Sure, it's nice because as you rank up, there's other bonuses and other things. But the most important, if you're doing this for commission purposes, if you're doing this to make money, there's some ways to do it, which is awesome. What's Jeff doing? Sorry. You're muted. Was he dancing?
Or walking. He's
dancing.
He's working out. I don't know.
You're muted. Okay, so that's
I could unmute him.
Like, that's really awesome to know that there's that opportunity. Now, my business center does not look like Christine's. I don't have the same volume. So my carryover volume isn't the same. But like, now we're at the point, and as you start to have coaches and you want to talk through where to place them, I talk through with Christine every time I get a new coach, trying to figure it out. Because you want to maintain your rank, so you want to make sure you have the right number of people active on each side of your business. But at the same time, you want to be mindful of the volume so that you're not going to screw yourself up with your cycles. So every time I get a new person, I look at my volume. I look at whether or not I think that person is going to work the business based on what we've talked about prior to them signing up. And then it ends up being the best guess, because you don't know who's going to really truly take off. You might think you have a rock star that does nothing, and you might think you have a dud that does amazing. But it's still something that you want to make sure that you're considering. That was the main.
Yep. Questions. We just have questions. That was it. We hit all the points we wrote.
We nailed it.
We never keep it under 30 minutes.
Do you want to unmute Jeff in case he has a question? I don't know if he does.
What's up, Jeff?
No, I'm good.
He's like, this is simple. I understand it all. I've already researched everything.
Good. You're brilliant.
Melanie, do you have questions about?
I do. My left leg is building like a whole lot. Should I move it or leave it? No.
You can't.
You can't.
Do you mean move who you sign up next?
Like Carl. Okay, so I've got Jeff's on my left leg. Carlin's on my right leg. And then that Dana, that's not personally sponsored by either of us, is under Carlin's right leg. And then Casey went under Carlin's right leg. And then Carlin signed up John, and that went under her right leg. Is that how that's supposed to go?
Let me look. Let me go look at you.
While she's looking, if you get somebody signed up, like if it's a personally sponsored coach and you put them in a place that you didn't want them, you have 3 days to get it moved. Otherwise, they're locked in. So like I did that one time. I had 2 people sign up and I wasn't expecting one of them. So I didn't get to go and move them where I wanted. So you've got 3 days to get that changed. If it's somebody that's not personally sponsored, you can never move them. Okay. With that being said, that person that you see under you that neither one of you sponsored, you're getting volume for.
And that's what Christine said. That's cool.
How fun is Beachbody about that?
Right.
I don't know who sponsored Dina or where she came from.
It's Kelly.
Okay. So your right leg then, Mel, is your strong leg.
Okay.
And that means that Kelly will put people there, you will put people there, and then Carlin will and Casey will. The next, who's this?
That's her husband.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So what you would do, the next coach you have, the next 2 at least, go on your left side. So when you go in your office, you're going to click on that little blue buddy and it's going to say set preferred placement. That will make him red. Okay. I don't want to do that. Actually, I'll show you. I'll just change it because I'm not going to put a coach there. Sorry. So that once they're red, that's where you put a coach.
Okay.
Because you need to build this leg to catch up to the volume in this leg. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. I know. I was like, man, I'm going to tip over.
But if you get a honking business builder over here that you didn't see coming, like Andy or you or Kelly or someone or Jeff, and you then, and actually, oh, and not here. I'm sorry. I did that wrong. Don't put anyone there. You would put someone under Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Not under him, like signed, but right there.
Okay.
Always on the outside. And like Dawn has mentioned this before, never in here, never these inside people. This person here is Carlin's to put. This person here is Jeff's to put. That's their inside weak leg. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Christine thinks that's obvious to people and only I screw that up, but I was all about symmetry in my business center. And so my first couple of coaches I put there. Fortunately, the ones I put there are not working and have dropped off.
I did it too.
But the biggest reason is it's because your volume is going to be driven by that outside. Oh, there's Tess.
Tess! We were just doing some cool stuff. It's so good. My kids love your name. They miss Tess all the time. It's so funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah, when I worked at the preschool, kids, they're like, Miss Tess, it's the coolest thing ever. I don't know. It's a good name, I guess.
It works.
So you missed the meat of it, but because you're here, what are your questions? Even if we covered it, we can't cover it enough. So
Right. Well, I caught the last little bit of what you were doing about like the inside legs, which is really good to know because my mom is signing up to do the coach thing. So I don't know. Yeah, that little bit that I just caught actually made sense.
guess what? We're going to go to your business center now. You want to see?
Sure.
Yep. We're going to play in yours. This is so fun for me. I just love that I have like coaches to go into. So do you see Brig?
Yeah.
Okay. FYI, my next coach, which I'm working really hard on, Ashley Phillips. So if you guys want to go bug her, she'll go right here and you will get volume from that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to actually, FYI guys, you do not have to do it this hard way. Tess. I'll write your name. It will say, come on, be cool. There you are. Search. There's your business center. Okay. Your next coach goes right here. Hey, Tess. Do you see that? Is she frozen? She's frozen. That's unfortunate. Tess's next coach goes right here. Do you see this blue guy?
My screen froze up there for a minute.
That's okay. You were in a very thoughtful, cute position. Your next person is this little blue guy right here. So you will click it, say okay, make it red, and that's where your next, honestly, couple coaches need to go because you, just like Melanie, have all this volume over here that you need to tap into.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I would do. I have to
My question is Tess's husband on that side then, correct?
No, he's on her strong leg.
On her strong. Okay, so yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. As long as he's going to remain active, keep throwing people on that other side for a long time.
For a long time. Yep. That's what I would do. So yeah, and I need to go fix that again before I forget. Please don't let me forget. Case, don't touch my laptop.
I listened.
Oh, you were. Yeah, you have all this volume over here to tap into.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And so by putting somebody then on my right leg is how I tap into that, or by putting people under Brig is how I tap into that?
Both. But you first need to put someone on your right leg. Number one, that makes you emerald.
Okay.
Because then you have one on each leg. Number two, you need 100 points of volume on your right leg for every 200 on your left leg.
Okay.
So right now you have hundreds on your left leg, lots of volume on your left leg, but you have none on your right leg. So in order to cycle at Emerald, you need to have that 100 at least on your right leg.
Okay. So how does that work? Like, I mean, if my mom decides to go ahead and do this, I put her on my right leg, but she only does 90 volume points with her Shakeology. So where does that extra 10 come in?
You won't cycle till your second month because then she'll have 180 points. So Beachbody will save it for you.
Okay.
They'll save it. It's carryover volume. So if you don't cycle, they say, okay, we're AT&T. We're going to roll your minutes over into the next month. And then when her 90 PV hits again, whenever that is, you're going to have that to cycle from.
Okay.
And as you build, and if she ever has someone buy a shake under her, you get access to that volume.
Okay.
That's also why Christine is saying your next couple people you want to put on that side instead of doing like one person on this side, one person on this side, which is so tempting to all of us. Because of where you are in Christine's business center, you'll want to stack that opposite leg, especially since your husband is going to remain active. As long as he's going to remain active, you're going to have that active person towards your Emerald status. Because for your Emerald status, all of those people Christine has and the other people put under there, they count towards your volume, but they don't count towards your promotion. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So even though you see all those people there for volume, the only people that count towards you promoting are the ones you put there.
Okay. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So that's why you want to first put somebody where Christine just said.
Yeah.
Because that's going to get you to Emerald.
Okay.
And then as long as your husband is active, keep putting people on that other side for a while to catch up that volume.
Okay. That makes sense.
And eventually you'll get a business builder on that weak leg, and you'll be able to really start balancing it out and start shooting for that diamond.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Now, Melanie, did you have any other questions with that all happening?
All right, cut out. What'd you say?
Oh, did you have any other questions after you saw all that just happen?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Okay. The good thing is, if you guys have questions as you're placing people and you're not sure where you want to do it, reach up. You know, ask Christine, ask me. Like, I can't see your business center, but I can at least tell you like my thoughts on it if for some reason, because I'm always around because I don't have a life. But you know, talk it out. And again, if you put somebody in the wrong place or in a place you didn't mean to put them, you have 3 days to get it changed. But after that 3 days, you're not going to change it for you. So don't panic, don't stress out. And whenever you get somebody, Christine sees it. So she also, I know whenever, like I've had a couple people get coaches, but that's the first thing I do is go and look where they put them to make sure they did it the way they intended to, because it can get confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely reach up, reach out, ask, so that this is one of the things that I wish that I took the time when we did our woulda, coulda, shoulda call. This is one of the things I wish that I learned and figured out from the beginning, because it's so important and so awesome for money purposes.
It is.
Well, it gets confusing because you think that you need to you need to constantly alternate. You know, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Well, so they give you a lot of money if you don't. So Beachbody doesn't go out of their way to teach you how to properly build your system. Not because they're punks, but because there's a lot of money to be made just in volume. So we've had to do it wrong, and we've had to really invest a lot of time in figuring out how to do it right. But the big money is not in commissions, you guys. I mean, that's good, solid money. Getting people on residual Shakeology, that's good, solid money. But the big money is in getting people to see the coaching opportunity and properly balancing your legs. That's the big money.
As you guys have people sign up and work under you, their business, depending on where you put them, is going to look a little bit different. Like my business center looks totally different from Christine's because of where I fall within the organization I'm under, because we're in 2 different organizations. So for me, I did have to do left, right, because the way my volume is laid out. So it's not always a matter of and I'm only just telling you, as you have new people come on, or as our other people that watch this recording, not all business centers look the same. Not all business centers are created equal. There's the same opportunity in every single business center, no matter where you fall. But it's important as you're talking to coaches before you onboard them to kind of get a feel for what they want to do with their business. If you have somebody that says they want to work their business and you believe they want to work their business, you're going to consider that when you put them on your left or your right leg based on what your center looks like. And then as you're working your spouses with your spouses to help build their business center, because Jeff's, I know, working his. Tess, I don't know if your husband's working his or if you're kind of working it with him, as is the case in my house. But now, because of the status I'm at, I also need to look when I bring on a coach, where do I place them in his business or my business? So as you move on and as you rank advance and as you figure that out, it's nice having a spouse in your business because it gives you more control over somebody in your downline.
Right. That makes sense.
Could you explain this to someone, you guys, if you had to? If someone says, I want to be a coach, how do we get paid? Could you explain this?
I think so.
Just like, yes, I'm going to go to work right now and I'm going to tell everyone why they need to sign up because there's so much money in Team Cycle bonuses. going to get paid hard. So hard. If you can't, that's okay. Dawn and I are here to help, apparently. Or Jeff. Ask Jeff. He'll help you. He'll help you explain it to everybody. But the more you have to explain it, the better you're going to get at it. Every time I explain this, I'm like, oh, yeah. I always forget about that. Oh, yeah. So go try to tell someone about it. Tell someone who's been thinking about joining. Go say, look at this.
And we only gave you the bonuses up to diamond. Beyond diamond, there are bigger, badder, better bonuses. You know, once you hit 2-star diamond, you get a quarterly bonus based on all of the volume that comes in through Beachbody that gets split amongst all those 2-stars. So we only got you up to the diamond bonuses, and that's a crap ton of money. Yeah.
So I recorded this. We'll put it in the team. You guys can watch it anytime you want or share our silliness with anyone who maybe wants to sign up. But if you guys have questions, let me know. It's also the last day of September, so if you had anyone who was on the line, go get them. Go get them now. Right now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Tess, for joining us. Thank you, Jeff, for taking us with you to work. Melanie, Dawn, it's always good to see your faces. Howdy, hi. All right.
Happy Friday. Remind people we're doing this again every Friday.
Yep, every Friday. So if there's something you want to know, talk about, or brainstorm or whatever, let us know, and we'll make it the subject.
Awesome. And will it always be at the 9 o'clock time?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because between Dawn or I, if one can't, someone else can, and as you guys get more comfortable, you can run them too.
Is the 9 o'clock's no good for you because you can't get there at 9, correct? Is that
correct? Yeah, I'm dropping kids off at school.
Right now, as of right now, we're keeping it at that 9 o'clock, but as we go and we have people working, we can start to adjust a little bit. It's going to be Fridays because that's the day that works best. Mm-hmm. It's just so hard when we have people of all time zones because here it's 11:30 now.
Right.
So for all the East Coast people, that's like also a challenge. So we'll keep working it. And then again, if there's something super specific that you want addressed, let us know. And depending on the day and the schedule, we can work to adjust. But in the meantime, we'll keep it at 9 o'clock.
That'll work. Well, I might take a little note from Jeff and just, kind of take you guys with me.
Yes, that would be, you guys can be driving phone buddies.
There we go.
All right. Thank you all for being here and being part of the team. We sure love you guys. Fist bump. Fist bump.